The Syad, aka the Succubi and probably the Incubi, are demons of the Burning Legion specializing in torture and infiltration. Originally, according to the World of Warcraft magazine, before Chronicle Volume 1 retconned this, they were one of the original demonic threats to the universe which drove Sargeras mad, alongside the Nafrazim, the Moarg and the Infernals. While they are not one of the primary forces within the Burning Legion, they are often used by agents of the Legion, such as the Shadow Council of Azeroth and other more minor warlocks, especially for their ability to manipulate and control those of weak will. They also often serve as interrogators for these more minor agents, in place of a probably more proficient jailer or inquisitor. And yes, depending on how you interpret a certain line, though with some exceptions among other demons, the Succubi are also the only demons of the Burning Legion who prefer to couple instead of killing. Though there is at least one case of a demon, the Dreadlord Diaphorus, who fell in love with a Succubi. Also, apparently their well-known outfits are the way they are due to the fact that they are used to infernal worlds and volcanic temperatures, and at least some of them, quite frankly, feel cold on Azeroth. The Incubi, the male counterparts of the Succubi, have never directly appeared in the story or the game, and it's not really certain whether they exist or not. The only somewhat concrete information we have on them is from an Ask Creative Development question, where the developers have stated that their absence is intentional, and that there are several rumors about the Incubi, all of which are perpetrated by the Succubi themselves. The three most common rumors are that they exist, just that the spell to summon them has been conveniently forgotten, that they are kept as slaves on their home planet, and that the Succubi killed and ate them all when they joined the Legion, or that the act itself attracted the attention of the Legion. Now, some people speculate that this image represents an incubus, since the actual species is unidentified and Sargeras was stated in the older lore to have fought against the Syad, but it's not really confirmed one way or another. Now, in 2011, Blizzard stated that they intended to have warlocks be able to choose the sex of their pets, presumably thus adding incubi into the game, but obviously that hasn't happened yet. While they're typically callous and manipulative, there is at least one example of a succubus who has fallen in love with a mortal and not the other way around. Mistress Nagmara, the warlock pet of Grim Guzzler owner Plugger Spazring, is in love with one of the Dark Iron patrons, Private Rocknot. She also seems like a genuinely not violent demon who respects her warlock master and helps him with business. She does, however, have a somewhat ends justifies the means personality in that before Cataclysm, since Private Rocknot kept rejecting her, she offered the quest to craft a love potion for him to fall victim to her, which he promptly did afterwards. Oddly enough, despite them not being the same species, there was one case where a night elf was transformed into a succubus. During the War of the Ancients, the highborn Sensiria, a member of the Shen'dralar, lived along with her lover Virinius in the city of Darkmist, located in modern-day Feralus. She was eventually somehow corrupted by the Burning Legion and turned into a succubus, though she could maintain her night elf form in order to deceive others. She then tried to convince Virinius to join her while he still didn't know she was a demon, but he refused, wanting to join the rebel highborn under Daphramar Sunstrider instead. Sensiria then used her fell magic to forcibly transform him into a demon as well, a terror guard in his case. However, instead of being sympathetic, Virinius the Twisted trapped Sensiria, imprisoning her for all the millennia since, and also began hoarding the souls of the highborn of Darkmist for himself. Sensiria eventually obtained the unwitting aid of an adventurer to escape, luring out and killing Virinius. She promised then to repay the favor and disappeared and hasn't been seen since. Sinceria, you're breaking my heart, you're shaking my confidence daily.